This is the electric eraser that I have been using for many years. It is by Helix and it has been repaired a number of times. The switch sometimes sticks and other times it just doesn't work. So I've been meaning to replace it for a while. I have chosen 5 products to try out at varying prices. I must also point out that this video is not sponsored and all products in it have been purchased by myself. I mainly use an electric eraser towards the end of a picture to clean out any marks such as those in whiskers or highlights that cannot be removed with a kneadable eraser. Also, they are particularly useful if you need to get back to clean paper in the event of a drastic mistake. Starting with the Jakar, this is the cheapest of the 5 erasers. It comes with 5 spare refills and requires 2 AAA batteries. The erasers simply push into the end, and the battery cover can quite easily be removed. Although the batteries are not included, it is by far the cheapest. Because of this, it is not quite as refined as some of the others, and this is particularly noticeable in the switch. I use a 4B pencil to apply some tone to the paper, with the Helix then being used as a comparison. The Jakar removed the tone well. It was comfortable to hold, but if it were a bit longer, my hand would be able to provide more support, and this will give me more control. However, if you just want something that is cheap and will do the job, then it is ideal. The Eono electric eraser again requires 2 AAA batteries and is supplied with 22 replacement refills, 12 5mm and 10 2.3 for finer work. The 2 batteries are installed end to end, and this gives the Eono the feel of a large pen. The switch is light to the touch, with the erasers being inserted into the end via an insert. It again removed the tone well. By swapping the insert, the smaller eraser can be used, and I was surprised that it did actually produce a slightly finer line. Because of the design, this eraser feels very stable and gave me the control that I like. The switch is well placed and easy to operate, and it also comes with a good amount of refills. As with the previous 2, the Derwent requires 2 AAA batteries and is supplied with 8 5mm refills that push into the end via an insert. The batteries are installed side by side using the same format as the Jakar. The switch again is well positioned but requires a more positive press when compared with the Eono. The Derwent performed as well as the others at removing tone, but for me I prefer the Eono, as it feels more ergonomic to hold, and it also has the advantage of the 2 sizes of eraser. We now come to the Artecho. This eraser differs from the others as it is USB rechargeable and thus requires no batteries. In the box you get the eraser, 16 replacement refills, 8 5mm and 8 2.3, a USB recharging cable and a brush. This eraser has a protective cover over the tip, and when in use it simply clips to the opposite end. The switch is very light to the touch and well positioned, and although this eraser is the largest of the 5, for me it was the most ergonomic and nicest to hold. The Artecho uses the same type of inserts and refills as the Eono, and again produces a good result, but this time with the added benefit of being rechargeable. The Sakura SumoGrip EE3000 is by far the most expensive. It comes supplied with 2 AAA batteries and 20 5mm refills. Again, these are fitted via an insert, but I would say this is a very tight fit. It also comes with a spare insert, but as you can see this doesn't fit at all. To fit the batteries, remove the end cap and then the 2 batteries sit side by side. This has a nice light switch and is comfortable to hold. Again, this eraser worked well, but it is way more expensive than any of the other erasers that I tried. In conclusion, I would say that if you just want something for occasional use, you cannot go wrong with the Jakar, as it offers great value for money and performs well. But for the type of work that I do, the Artecho offers everything I need. I found it the most ergonomic, and it also offers the ability to be able to use 2 different eraser sizes, plus it is rechargeable. I have put a link in the description below if you want to look at any of these products. Any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.